Ah, we are here alive in Ulda. See the beautiful place. So majestic. So much magic. Here we see our hero of the day, Leo Platinum. Gazing in the distance, wondering why he feels so comfortable in leather. Why he always feels like he doesn't belong, like he is the only lion man in the world. Or the one why never any of the ladies want to have him. I mean, hey, would you please kindly stop so we can start the show? Oh, my apologies. Go on. Hello everybody, welcome to my new stream. Today we'll be continuing yet again the stories of Hildibrand, Ancient Inquiry. I guess this will be a more shorter stream because this will be the last episode of the A Realm Reborn version of the Hildibrand adventures. So let's get started. Shades of Sildi. Ellie would share with you a shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. Alright, what you got? I was wondering where you'd show up, Leo. I hope you hadn't made any plans for the day, because we got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. Oh. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan society. Mr. Manyfaces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Pun's cakes. The only rub is that it left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until nowadays. Shall we, Leo? The hidden treasure of Ulda, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light into this, it's you-know-who. To Sunsilk Tapestries. Ah, a murder mystery, huh? Ugh, the text is so small I can almost see it after I put my glasses. And here is our good old friend, Wyman. Well now, if it ain't my favorite adventurer, and my favorite mythology reporter, along with him. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help you 2 of my best mates, I'm afraid you being found old Wyman at a loss. Ulda has had more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and all otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can't tell you this much though, whatever the thief's got his eye on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right there. Word has it that he formed a regiment of the best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from its very threat. The Sultan swore on to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we got on. Come on, Leo. I'd say it's time we pay a visit to the heart of the Sworn. Oi, hold on there, Ellie. I ain't generally the warring type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger. At this time, the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours to a risk trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I'm ready for whatever danger lies ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Leo, time is of the essence. She's like April O'Neil. Always ready to get the story. So yeah, anybody new who's watching this right now, I have episodes 1 and 2 already in on my videos in this on my Twitch channel. But for those who hasn't, when the time comes when they like go out, I have that on my YouTube channel as well. What's the one? Alchemist Guild, okay. Here they are. Where have I seen this man before? Oh, I know this guy. Halt! Only authorized personnel allowing the don't barker me with a broadsword is the gentleman of light's adventuring companion and that catty blue cube reporter from the Middle Eye, dude. Well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light. Tell me, what tall tales did you spin to the Sultan's war recruited to land yourself in this position? Only the 12 honest truths, miss. See that gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day. It moved me, dude. To the depths of me, so like, dude. I vow and put aside my sketchy past. I serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildibrand, dude. The soldiers were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks, dude. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildibrand in his investigation, haven't you? God, why didn't you just say so sooner? Excellent. It's the least I could do to help the mates who unite me with my role model. You've been wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's the one who swords best, and something of a story history buff, it seems. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 eggs of Belladia, dude, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation, dude. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, eh? Aye. A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie, from the Middle Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case. I would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. What kind of voice for her? The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion here on Leo Platinum, yes? That I am. You know, Leo. As any regular reader of the Middle Eye would, I must confess to being something of an unbiased fan of your work. Nah, it's okay. Welcome. Welcome, Drake. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. If you could, Drake, that would be nice. Oh, here comes Briding.
The Sultan's sworn, the elite of Uldar's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far.
Inspector Briding, always one step ahead of us.
Miss Ellie. Leo, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me, and don't move an ilm.
What? Inspector, what's that in your...
Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through these disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-agent that would dissolve this disguise, whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be.
Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan's Sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, you'll be able to identify the thief's next target. A hidden treasure of Uldar, the last of the four lost relics of Belladia. I fear not. I've poured through the histories time and time again, but the only mention of these four relics is a vague reference to an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, four warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe our four sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these four Belladian heroes, but make no mention as to their appearance or nature.
3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has they foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation with only played to the fiend's strengths.
All artifacts of Belladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages.
The black guy will be in chains before he can lay dirty hands on the vault doors. Let alone the treasure is within. You have our word, my lady.
But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan's Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defenses of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer.
A lady asks, and a gentleman answers.
And here's the man of the hour.
Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildibrand, Agent Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust that's all the talk of the place. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I am to be.
A shame that.
Inspector Hildibrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that they were all influential figures in their respective circles, we can identify no common threads connecting the 3.
Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subligar mayhap?
I'm afraid we have been identified on no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more than as we speak. We must take action, and quickly.
Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice.
Alright, thank you, Drake. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildibrand. Friends, please, take this Damascene dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. On behalf of the Sultan Swan, your assistance with the murder investigation is greatly appreciated. Leave the defense to the Royal Vault to us.
The gem alive in the flesh, dude! Hells, he's every bit of muscular and majestic as I remembered. Excellent!
He may have 1,000 faces, but when Inspector Hildibrand is the mask in dust, the masquerade will soon be over.
Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled mostly. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all of his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Leo, my ever-loyal associate.
Aw, thank you.
And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's Damascene dust to good use.
That will do. And where should we go? Oh, outside. Alright. Alright, what do we do here?
Flowers. How intriguing.
Flowers? Yes, it's all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist, who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly misled his wares.
Just what do you think you're doing, eh? Eh? I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. Ya dare defy his memory, eh? Eh?
A thousand pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildibrand, Agent Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean...
Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run away, far away. Run, or he'll return into a zombie, just like my poor boy.
A living person turning into a zombie? Nonsense.
Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard the horrors of Sildi? Aye, older sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood has shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death, an unholy draught brewed by Sildi's alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead. That his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotting flesh and ram him through, but ye won't hear what from the Sultan sworn. Tol alone knows why, but they wished the body away before I could do so much as pay the last respects.
The traitors spurn? I heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing. Just who are we dealing with here?
A Sildin, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildin would know the recipe. But the last remnant of Sildi died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does. But did he ever occur to ye that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Eh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold, the power to exact justice. A spectre of Zildi has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all, had the 4 warriors of life forsaken us. My dear boy, if only you become a traitor like your father, if only you kept your nose out of those history books, and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sildi. But you did, and now we're doomed! Doomed! Doomed!
Huh. Interesting lady. That bleeding horseman's here somewhere. I can feel him in me follicles. Oh, this guy. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen? Aye, that was. For all of a fortnight, a furrow of my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just I was chatting up lovely young lass like quicksand, just to twist the knife an extra hilm. Montebank, charlatan! I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry bad, and pull every last strand of her hair from their bleeding skulls. Oh boy. The guy we met on our first adventure. Alrighty, let's continue. With sibling strife. Hildibrand is onto something. Or at least he thinks he is.
It's all becoming clear to me now. That dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildibrand, Agent Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds to the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and dead for nigh on century since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, of course, his action is clear. We must placate his tortured soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage his rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations.
Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildi might serve us well. Go search as you will, and do take as much time as you need.
You can count on me, Inspector Brandine. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye.
Oh boy. What do you have to say?
I'd be much obliged if you could just keep him out of my way, Leo. I have some real investigation to do. I would prefer to be free of distractions.
Yeah, sure. I'll be the scapegoat. Alrighty, now to the Thaumaturge's Guild. Who is you? Gods be good. You're the adventurer who saved me back at the ruins. Researching the ancient feud between Ulda and Sildi, are you? Well, I'm pleased to say I have more than passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still, to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The 5th Astral era was an age of untold wonders, where the arcane arts burgeoned and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment, it culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the 6th Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused such catastrophe, which many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to the Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries ago. Imagine a government of mages, by mages, and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought at Belladia's civilization survived this very day. Alas, this was not meant to be. A nation with great power, with a great ruin. Greetings, traveler. You would learn the war between Ulda and the fallen Sultanate of Sildi. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ulda emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ulda's superior numbers, Sildian alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem, employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn. They brought fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed a portion of those to the living, who were too weak or wounded to fight. Send shivers up to the spine just thinking about it, no? It is truly a crowning glory for a nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Yeah. Imagine a zombie apocalypse on Final Fantasy.
Marasmus. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Sildi. As a fellow student of history, though, I more than welcome the conversation. Beladia's civilization flourished in a relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they formed both of them hired nine people and set them to fight in a 9 versus 9 fights. I mean, wait, this is not tier 2. Where was I? They agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Sildi. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed an aperture of rivalry.
Uh-huh. So it's just like Team Fortress 2. And the Guildmaster.
What's that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sildi? I suppose I can spare a moment or two. But take good notes. I'm not fond of repeating myself. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah weighed in prosperity and power. The silver Sildi weighed in knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justified and justice and good. But the power of wrought on Sildi knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. But riddle me this, Batman, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does this say to the word within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sildi, Ul'dah and Almaja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I, until I encountered a fated passage in the ancient texts buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I have said enough already.
Yikes. That Guildmaster is creepy. What's up, Hildy?
My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from our questioning of the scholars in these halls?
Well, a lot of stuff.
Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let's take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides a great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sildi. The two nations coexist for some generations, until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sildi employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I had it. The facts at the hand had led me to one unsayable conclusion. Our Phantom Thieves is a descendant of doomed Sildi, who seeks vengeance against those who reduce his countrymen to slavery and zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildi statesman who could conceive this dreadful stratagem, and having apologized for the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought.
A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'll have to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statement out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Sildi. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen Sultanate. This Sildian connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Belladia relics our thief clearly possesses. But one of the murder victims, while common thread amongst them, could have incurred the ire of our adversary.
A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling the victims in the past days. Those who saw him say he had a most frightening air about him.
Wait! Yes, it's coming to me! Of course! My keen investigation senses ring out with a voice.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, my TV cut off power.
This man, Miss Ellie, speaks of... just might know something.
You really should stop thinking so hard. You'll have to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him?
My sources identified the man as Guguria, a travel merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Alrighty.
My keen instincts tell me that Master Kukuria's testimony will be key to a monumental breakthrough in our investigation. Yes, I shall employ the ancient Mandeville art of parley to skillfully extract the information we require.
Not another parley.
Yes? If you got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by.
Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with a mithril eye. Ever blinking, all seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with some few questions.
Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces.
Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got no time for or the patience for this mummery. Now if you excuse me, an important client awaits.
I thought I recognized that voice. Huh?
Ah!
Lady Dorilda, well met indeed. Pray tell what brings you to these environs of fair morning.
Why, I live here. You harm-headed half-wits. Inspector Bryandine, this is unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Guguria, we can discuss business after. Please lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Dorilda, what about... Ah yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prized pieces of the Istami's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ul'dah myself? I'll just say just one more, Guguria. I expect you give the inspector and his companions a full assistance. They... Yes, even the stupid one helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than my mere trinket. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thieves got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor's spurn, was it? And this card speaks of 5 victims. It got me to thinking. Sildy, 5 victims. Aye, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. Aye, few word of it, on account of them being something of a secret society, and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ulda-Sildi conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me.
False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be?
Those balls don't make me say no more. I got a family to feed.
Very well, just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where we can find him?
Hob. His name is Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa when his 5 best sellsword to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes on the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me.
This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one.
I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive, they don't even know each other's true identities. Now don't ask me how that all works, but... Hob's got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. When he heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next.
Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Mandeville art of parley has procured for us key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life in danger even as we speak.
Oy vey.
I will hear what this Hob fellow has to say. Come, my loyal associate. Let us away to Vesper Bay with all speed.
Yes, we do. Oh yeah, I can fly. Wow, this is so weird. Now that the latest patch has come out, you can now fly in these old maps as well. Whoa. What's this? Master Hob? Is everything quite alright?
No! Stand back, Ellie! Hunger. I hunger for your brains.
Oh no, he's a zombie!
Damn, there's no saving the man. Leo, do what you must.
Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me that this particular shade of green is unmistakably that one of the undead. It would seem that we have a few moments late to the scene.
A message. And then there was one. Ooh, who could that be?
There it is again.
Is something the matter, Inspector?
Indeed, Nasho, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I have this feeling sense. A sense of that someone or something is watching us.
The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful.
For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim.
I too had best return to Mithra Eye. Let's meet again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime.
You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone.
Inspector, Inspector, I'll go with her.
If you insist, Nashu, then I'll give you my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know.
Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe, and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life.
Your life, Inspector? Ah, the Coat of the Soul. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I hear what it is you would share with me.
A secret vow? Oh-ho! Consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let's be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report.
Alright, back to home. And you take a sip of water. There we go. I must say, the first time I played this game and Ul'dah was the first city for me to visit, this always reminded me of Rabanastre from Final Fantasy XII. Like the music and the whole desert palace.
Some shifty looking fellow was eyeing the vaults before, but it took off faster than a fleeing cactuars soon as my gaze has met him, dude. Just like I cowed many a guardian to the plans. Oh, it's you.
News of Hop's death will not sit well with Miss Phyllis, but a gentleman must do what a gentleman must do.
A false victim? Zol have mercy. Were you able to glean out of our connections to the other victims? The arbiters of truth? No, it cannot be.
Somebody help!
Huh? A call for help.
Miss Ellie? The voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry.
Miss Ellie, are you hurt?
That man. I only thought to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only...
Bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Remind you not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you?
She saw a figure lurking in the shadows. I went off in a pursuit before I could stop her.
This man wears the armor of the Sultan's Warren, Squire, and yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. The thief of many faces? To think he would find a man like this.
Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deduction and lady's pugilistic puissance, I declare this case closed. I return this sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. Here you go!
While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy?
Huh?
But what? What is the meaning of this?
Ingenious! A double disguise! Planned by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt.
This is Krieger, one of the most capable of men. I assist him to guard the vault, but an outage with an ample supply of the masking dust. Is it inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp?
Unless the thief was not wearing a mask?
Huh?
Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie?
No, that's impossible.
Of course! It all makes perfect sense! With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks at the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear the face with possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to...
My lady, dude! The vault has been breached! The wise man's whisper! It's gone, dude!
For her foul crime against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody.
My dude! And now, the game is truly afoot.
Oh? Bah! What is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we're about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Enkidu?
Oh, Gilgamesh, my boy.
Miss Ellie! Miss Ellie! The shadow you say you saw? At least was just a dormouse. Oh, I'm a faint.
To think he finally stumbled face first onto a second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Oh no.
What a twist!
Oh boy. So Miss Ellie was the one behind it all.
When you have eliminated the impossible, what remains, however, improbable.
How could we have been so blind?
Beneath the mask. Not even the shockingest turn of events will deter the famed ancient inquiry.
My ever-loyal associate, we must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Oh, Miss Phyllis, I thought you already departed in the company of your men. But all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together?
I fear that only would put them at greater risk.
What do you mean?
You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than...
Hildibrand Mander?
Me. Mind you, it is not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day, I received an anonymous letter, stating that a position in the committee had opened, and had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate all my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer in the Sultan's Sworn, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew there was other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my own non-compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm. I will such time as the killer is apprehended.
Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress. And as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associate here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant?
Inspector, over here.
Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really should run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you.
I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Not there was anything there but Dormouse. But it was really cute Dormouse, you see? It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just...
Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us, Leo. Let us speed up and canvas our surroundings.
Alright. What do you have to say?
Apologies, Leo, but I require a moment alone with my thoughts.
Okay. And hey, totally Nashu, who's definitely not a thief in disguise.
Where's Miss Ellie? Do you think she went looking for a Dormouse too?
What do we have here? Water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Okay. Another one. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. That's not nice. I trust my friends. They will never betray me. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of demasking dust. In the next instant, you feel an intimidating presence behind you.
Oh, it is my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Leo.
Ah,
It's Coppered, my boy.
I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here, and maybe it is the same for you. Oh, so your persona, the thief of many faces, has taken quite the unexpected turn. And now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Maybe our watcher in the shadows is a friend? Or is this just another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In any event, I dare say the circumstances call upon utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone, myself included, of course. No mere mask will replicate the physique of this mannerful man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit of over in his head this time. Allow me to assist you on your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildibrand, his dear mother would, not be pleased.
Haha. Our boy Godbird is here to save the day. Wait. Who's this guy? Beheaded Sprat. Something just isn't right. Well, you're not right.
I can allow my presence to be put my dead men in danger.
Apologies, Leo. Alright, thoughts. Nothing new.
If the sinner speaks true, the villain even knows now lurks within our midst. And yet we have but a single sachet of Damascus dust at our disposal. We must identify the impostor beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Leo. Let's say a few words with each of them, and see if aught seems amiss.
Am I doomed to share this same fate as others? I'd soon die and become one of those things.
Miss Ellie is the phantom thief, is the only logical conclusion. And yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still awaits us.
Inspector Briding told me all about it. Who had thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? He sure fooled me.
Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say? It stands to reason. The fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse.
Curses. This was not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence.
I question the Sultans were outside. To a man they insist they have seen naught else of Miss Ellie. Whatever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here?
Oh, hello, son.
Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. But if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us.
Inspector Briding, I sure hope you're not doubting me.
Well, I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities.
An astute observation, my gangling friend. I say this occasion calls for a dose of or two of that powder Leo and found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another satchel or two lying around, wouldn't there?
That means our supply has already been disturbed to this search party. But worry not, this should be reporting back with the bell's time.
Ha! Time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be.
I fear there is more time than we can afford, Miss Phyllis. Unfortunately, my powers of deduction will lay a fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has already passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Leo here. Nashu and I, in particular, have a close and extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin by questioning my own assistant. I assure you that none know better than I.
A brilliant reasoning, sir, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything.
Of all the times this overstuffed buffoon just stopped taking sense. If he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is good as blown.
My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times it's as if we're share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, he should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I'm Amanda Manderville.
Man!
Doing what, only a Manderville?
Can!
From the peaks of Corathus to Thanalan, Manderville.
Man! You're the best, Inspector.
A perfect score! You may rest easy, dear friends. This unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably the true Nashu.
I never loved you more than now, you marvelous moneyhead, you.
Nashu, it's only a matter. Just because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours.
Wrinkles? Wrinkles? Look who's talking, you crusty cretinous old...
What?
Genius, Inspector?
The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Go ahead.
Right. Oh?
Miss Ellie? You look somehow... different?
So it was not Miss Ellie, but someone different.
So the letters spoke true. The fiend was in our midst all along.
My prodigious powers for deduction scream out to me. This woman knows something. Duh.
Alright. What do you have to say?
Another two-layered mask, mayhap. But no, this one bears a striking resemblance to Miss Ellie.
I was all but certain that Ellie was our thief. What is the meaning of this?
We'll soon find out. Truths untold. Who is this unfamiliar woman, and what secrets does she hold?
Seven hells. Done in by a muscle-bound moneyhead and his motley troop of mummers.
Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet...
Oh, good night, Drake.
Consulting Inspector Bryadine.
Once again you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation.
Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my immensely capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You may call me Ceci. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why, you look as if you'd seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. What we are, mind you, are the last living scions of the Sylvan aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Be followed to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those priceless relics, was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I need to stay one step ahead of you pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we've never could have risen to the heights of celebrity.
Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. What is this that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes?
Justice! 400 years ago, Uldan dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate.
Wait, the histories say it was Sildi that turned their own men into zombies.
The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who speak the truth. You should have died with your fellow false arbiter. It was Ulda that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie.
What is the matter you speak, woman?
Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his legs fell off and his running head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed sultan swarm were killed to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long, you and everyone in the surrounding nation will know firsthand the horrors of my ancestors knew.
And just what do you mean by that?
Oh, how they yet slap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice? A dashing rebel waging battle against the power of authority? Oh, if only they knew. But they will see soon enough, when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Uldan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened? By assembling 4 secret relics of the Belladia. 4 relics one housed in the royal palace of Sildi, before the Uldan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombies powder rained down on Ulda. No, wait, you'll be all dead.
Preposterous!
Uh-oh. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all your rotten lies.
I don't think so, Miss Ceci. Hildibrand to rescue!
Hildibrand! You idiot! Just for once, could you not gain the way?
Godbird Manderville. I can't even trust you, your sorry arts, to look after him for a day.
Oh. Bonk.
I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadows. It was you, my dear wife! Where did she go? Oh no.
Bonk.
Am I to understand that you are Hildibrand's mother?
Gilgamesh, mobile boy?
Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's balls racing. Prepare yourself, Leo, for the time of our final confrontation is nigh.
Oh, you wanna go, buddy? Alright, let's go! Let's go! You and me! Never mind. Damn.
Do you have pop toast for brains? You overstuffed buffoon. My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse, if you hadn't bloody noticed. You! Leo or something, was it? Hildy's told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet ya. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I come to a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought I'd step back and leave things to my sorry-arse husband here. And look what it got to me. You'll help me out, won't ya?
Yes, I will. Please don't hate me. Oh boy. The first appearance of Hildibrand's mother.
I dare say it's quite clear who wears the pants in the family, so to speak.
Yes.
Inspector Hildibrand's mother? Reunite with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him, he's green! Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy, a phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple, a tire of oversoul rags, and a phial of twice distilled water. Sith got at the market stocks of the former, and the latter you can procure from the trader by the name of Jest. Now hurry! Once poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote save him.
In the meantime, I'll search for the bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nushu is still alive.
Ouch! Ooh, that's smart. Ye gods, Hildy. You're looking none too hard yourself.
No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now are you gonna accompany Leo here and make yourself useful? Or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall?
Of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Stinthought Strundries, was it? Come now, Leo. There's no work to be done. There is work to be done. I mean, just let us go now, please.
Ooh boy. So now making a cure for for the zombie pandemic. Where is it? Huh, I don't have it. Oh, we got our... Someone just started their Puggle list. I could have sworn that I unlocked this. Oh, unavailable in new game mode. Hey, ya buddy.
Oversold Rex, you say? I fear that only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly my own as well, hangs in the balance.
I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane from these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal.
Gah, and you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice?
But look what we have here. It is the Word of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. Ah, her. Alright then.
As it happens, I just returned from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task of the day. If this chimera membrane you seek, they're more than welcome to a share.
Thank you.
My lady, you are far too kind.
Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Leo here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts.
God take me if that wasn't Avila the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. I have a mind to give you the rags you seek simply by the privilege of meeting her.
Oh, thank you.
A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Leo? With this, our task here is done. Now let us find the traitor named Jest.
Well, surely you jest he's somewhere to be found. Let's see if this works now. Nope. We have to do this the old-fashioned way. By walking. Getting closer, closer. Ah, here's Gildy and chest.
The blundering Mandeville boy is on his last legs, and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to hackle me down to the last skill of every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and wealthy man.
Oh, you bastard.
And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences for the grieving parents. Have you not showed of honor or compassion in that blind, spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep.
After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as 7 seas. I beg of you, my lady.
Oh. Okay. Rewind. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is deep as the 7 seas. I beg of you, my lady. May I have this dance? Oh, it's these three. From Costa del Sol.
Leo, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector.
Well, if he isn't the lapis merely in the flesh, what say you bid farewell to preening fops and scurry adventurers and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty?
Why, it would be a pleasure and honor both, my lord.
Yes, score!
Provided you first provide my good friend Leo with a bottle of twice distilled water at what he seeks. Well, you gonna give in or no?
You know this man? Bah, if that's the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gil anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella?
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Oh yes, I'm gonna get some tonight. I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Leo, let's deliver the goods while there is still time to save him.
Yep. Or we're here.
I trust the two of you won't dare to come back empty-handed.
Nope. Oversold rags, tattered cloth taken from the raiment of a powerful wraith, and some twice distilled water. A second pass through the alembic has removed nearly all of the impurities once contained in this water.
Bloody brilliant! I'll take you over by my muscle-head at half the weight of a husband any day. Now stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. Dull, you bloody bucker! Got my skillet. Aye, that should stop it spread. Now it's up to Hildy's to flush what's left of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he has still got some fight left in him.
Look who I found. She was lumbering obviously in a rubbish stone corner of Pearl Lane.
Boy, did that not feel good.
Yes, I'm sure it did. Leo, where has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Silden ruins? We must go there with all haste. Alright.
You're done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him. I don't think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the hell are you standing around for? The future Ulda is at stake.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
Leo, my strength is yours as well, for Ulda and our friend Hildy.
You remind me of my husband. What with you having more muscles than sense? If you're keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is the key to fighting off his suffocation. Let's see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice.
I'm a warrior, not an... yes, my lady. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Leo. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Leo and Hildy, both. Oh, to be blessed with such a veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, no. No. Only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Leo could not stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkidu, whenever you may be wander, hear my words, and return here to my side. Enkidu, you hear me? Enkidu! Ye gods! What was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals? Where have they gone?
Fancy meeting you here, old friend.
That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so?
Uh-oh. Well, let's get moving. Her last vow. Julia would send you on your way.
Why are you standing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid digging around at the Sildis excavation site with her mind set to turning Ulda into a land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hilda is most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy dearest isn't gonna let her beloved son keep the bucket that easily.
I believe you so. Now, let's see where you have to go. Here. Alright.
It's teleportation time.
And while we're moving there, I'm gonna take another sip of my water. There. Some fresh water for my vocal cords. Oh yeah. Well, and I always forgot to do this. I can fly. What's up, Phyllis?
We managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet, no matter how many times we tried to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we consider physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with a traitor's burn. One misstep, and the consequences would be dire indeed. But you are only hope, Leo. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something.
Let's hope so.
You need not put yourself in undue danger. I ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Leo. Surely if anyone convinced that woman to abandon her madness, it is you.
Alright. Call out her name. You guys are here too.
Oh, to think this girl and her sister were behind the crimes all along. I dare say this realm is awash with capable adversaries.
Miss Ellie. And I thought we were friends.
Aww. Oh, not that. Cupboard.
You do well not to endanger the last, friend. She's sitting on top of an ample supply of that zombie powder, and I suspect she is not afraid to use it.
It beggars believe that I could have been so blind.
Alright. Let's call her to our friend. There's the sword, the earrings, and the necklace.
Leo, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge. But should you so much as think of interfering, I will not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too.
So it was you after all. Consider me disappointed. Your sister, Ceci, is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her.
How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Says I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing.
Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down, or suffer the same fate as the Uldan dogs you would defend.
Ellie, stop this madness!
I'm sorry, Inspector.
Oh no, zombies! Zombies! There's too many of them.
Bitch, please, I can handle them. And we have Godbird.
Oh yeah! All in day's work for men of the man, and now it's hammering time! Man! Do whatever Manderville can! Suitable!
Ooh, that was nice.
Yay!
Yeah, these are very fast zombies. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hildibrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far. And he's as good as 6 films under.
Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say, underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril.
I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the traitor's burn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out.
Those balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances. Great, was it? Yes.
It's a shame to lose you, Leo. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions! I said go. What? What are you? Oh. What the?
Where darkness falls and hope fates the despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Bogger me with a broadsword. Are my eyes not to be believed, dude? That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see.
Haha!
Doubtful gem of light, dude.
Oh god, that blinking!
Sweet.
Sparkle. Just so, my good man. Hildibrand, Ancient Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me?
Sweet.
And the old man.
Aye, we meet again, girl. Tell you got my snurbly tonic. Well, fashion myself weak from your lovely locks after I be-rippled them clean from your bloody head.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Elazar. Corey, you're looking absolutely resplendent today.
Impossible! The holy water couldn't have cured him.
It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Hildibrand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action.
An immunity to... Oh, I'm just gonna pretend that makes any kind of sense.
The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suits a lady like yourself.
Oh. I can't with this stupidness. It's over. It's all over. It's better writing. You said there was something you would tell me when it was all through. I imagine you have no words for me now.
Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything, and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found someone, with whom I intend to never to part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your cell a free woman, I will be there. What say you?
That's sweet.
Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Ulda was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore, history, but know this. I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. Ahem! Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you are quite done playing cloak and dagger, I require Leo's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time for a long delayed confrontation is nigh.
What? You wanna fight, really?
Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhap this will have you singing a happier tune. Ta-da! Could it be? The Treaty Blade! And the true one at that! None other, and I will not be the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time.
Is that my cue, old friend? What the?
Don't be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent?
Abomination! I think you addressed my companion with courtesy, girl. But 'twas the most curious thing. There I was, holding a crate full of crystals for Hilda's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes a perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals hear Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend. Nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu.
And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic.
Oh, now?
Leo, you have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together, it will not prove as so easy a task. Yet, I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Ambatori Keep. Tor! Tis a ways from here, but what better venue for a climatic confrontation? If you will claim the treaty plate, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu! To the skies! Two against one? That's not shall many of you, Greg. Come on, Leo, to Ampador.
This is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. It must send word for the science at once.
Have you forgotten then I am the Warrior of Light?
Oh, but of course. I have near forgotten we had a Warrior of Light in our very midst. Please, Leo, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade.
That I will. That I will do indeed. But what have you all to say to yourself?
Look at the inspector go! I'm right behind you, Inspector.
And with that, my work here is done. You were by far the least incompetent associate I encountered in my travels. For preserving some shred of my sanity, you have my thanks. That said, my time in this land was not a total loss. My experiences have taught me an important lesson. That this world was, and the fools who populate it rarely, if ever, abide by the principle of logic. This could serve me well in my future cases. And most importantly of all, I leave here with a vow that has given my life new meaning. But this is not the time for sentiment.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Leo. For what it's worth, it wasn't personal. Anyway, forgive me.
After 400 years, this might very well spell the end of the arbiters of truth. Whether or not to replace the fallen is a decision of my superiors to make. In either event, I've decided to renounce my position. I thought they were but white lies, but I have seen firsthand the suffering they can cause.
What about you, server dude?
Gentlemen of Light, dude. Quark, they were built as ready as I packed them to be, dude. One day, I'll be a hero myself, just you watch, dudes. Oh, I knew that if anything could bring Hildy back from the undead, it would be my dear wife's hand mixed holy water. That's a world-class culinarian I married.
All's well ends well, Leo. Hildy's undead acquaintance were kind enough to make an appearance at my request. Who would have thought zombies could be such gentlemen? I reckon I must be my son's good influence.
Yes. Your son's influence, indeed. Alrighty. Final confrontation with Gilgamesh, and his partner, a primal Enkidu. How long have we gone through this? Huh. 2 hours and 2 minutes. That's impressive. Oh. I see Hildibrand write this.
Ahem. Is that you, Leo? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's trail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I would begin to conclude my investigation forthwith. In the meantime, why not attempt to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Together we will reclaim the Trinity Blade from that knave, Leo. That knave, Leo? Yes, just go ahead. I'll be along directly.
And once again, we will do it like this, with the undersized party. Confirm. And battle in the big keep. What does it say? How many realms has he traversed? And how many rivals he has felled? Has he felled? Gilgamesh journeys ever onward in his unending quest for the strongest of weapons. But the road is long and lonesome, and an painted rooster, loyal and noble as the bird may be, can bring a man only so much comfort in the darkest and most trying of times. So it was that Gilgamesh turned to the heavens, pleading to be reunited with a long-lost companion. Be it by fortune or fate, his prayers were heard, and the stage for the final confrontation is set. To the victor goes the Trinity Blade. Let's do this. And like before, I'll stay silent for the fight so you can enjoy the music. There we go.
To think that my full complement of arms would not avail me not.
Had enough?
Oh. No more hijinks for Gilgamesh. You have my word. The Trinity Blade too I shall return, just as soon as I remember where I hid it. Anyway, I yield your unparalleled presence.
Well, gotta you learn your lesson. Oh, what do I get here? Thank you. Do I have it? No, I don't. Haha. Even got a reward from this. Nice.
Ha! I lied again, like a rogue. You can take that frosty old blade, I care. With true power and sought the strongest of weapons. Warrior of Light, you are proven worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For sure as day as follows night, the horror will come when I claim as my own, till we meet again.
And there he goes. Never to be seen again. Never ever. Oh, you come back.
Well, ho, Leo! What do you see? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver the coup de grace together.
Actually, I just beat them.
The battle's already been won? This is a triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The Trinity Blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildibrand, agent inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way is the forest again?
Oh? Hey, fellas.
Leo, what's news for the Primal and the Treaty Blade? Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildibrand enjoys similar success in fighting the Blade.
Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I found inspiration for my next masterpiece.
Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of Lost Citadel. To think they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and daggered our ancestors' names through the mud.
And just how do you come to know of these long-lost relics?
There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation to untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Elliot might still have the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. What could I give in to see it? The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known.
And just what sort of incantation is this?
The ring casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true. Azima's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens.
Over here, friends! Hildibrand of an Ancient Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant.
Hey, you found the blade.
Look at this! Look at this! Isn't it beautiful? Behold! Safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you.
Yes, yes, just like that. I swear unto you, then.
Huh? My word! What is this odd tingling sensation?
Ridiculous! Hildibrand is a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands.
Oh? It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us.
No. The light. Someone stop it! I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon.
Oh?
Shining Finger Sword! Oh?
Whee!
Skyward ho!
Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed.
And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it would have been much use to us after all. It wouldn't be.
Inspector! Oh, Inspector! Wait for me! Balls, Hildy! First you almost died at your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off God's nowhere without even giving her a kiss goodbye.
Oh, it appears that case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildibrand, as he has many Manorville men before him. Godspeed, my boy, and when the day comes when I'm tired of mystery solving, you the old man will be here to pass you on the family art.
So in the end, the sealed incantation of legend was wielded by a warrior of light. Not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light? Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old, after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Valdea. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes. It's nothing short of a dream come true.
The bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end. The bloody bastard.
Whoa. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye. A curious scent, wafting in on the winds of the far-flung land. Do I smell a case? We're not for me, my friends. Where whoever the wrong want to succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there. Till we meet again!
And with that, a Realm Reborn version of Hildibrand Ancient Inquiry has come to an end. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end this stream. As I said, we will now end this stream for tonight. Thank you all for watching right now live and on to the future. This will be saved on my Twitch channel, but also I will also upload this to my YouTube channel. And with this, I will do the most gentlemanly. There. Only what a Manderville can. With this, have a great day, good night, and see you next time.